You've heard a robot took 170,000 jobs this year. The company's own paperwork says something else did, and it signs its name on page 1. On July 22nd, Monday.com filed a document with the SEC. 20% of the company, about 620 people, by the founder's own letter, gone. The stated reason, refocusing on their quote, AI work platform. Here's what that same company had reported just 10 weeks earlier. Revenue up 24%, profitable, growing. And inside the very filing that announced the layoffs, they raised their profit margin forecast. This year, by one industry tracker's count, 170,000 tech layoffs have been pinned on artificial intelligence. Most of those stories don't survive contact with the paperwork. So who's really holding the axe? Same day, July 22nd, an internal Uber memo obtained by Bloomberg. 10% of community operations, that's global customer support, cut. The memo's words, "We need an effective organization to layer AI on. It's the first time Uber has ever tied job cuts to AI." Now zoom out, because the individual cases are not the story. The pattern is. Challenger, Gray, and Christmas, the firm that's tracked layoffs for decades, says AI was the stated reason for about 7% of announced U.S. job cuts in January. By May, 40%. It has been the #1 stated reason for 4 straight months. In tech specifically, as of this week, one industry tracker counts 322 layoff events this year. More than half of them, 54%, cite AI or automation. Those AI citing events cover 170,945 workers. That's the number in the title, rounded down. And notice the word doing all the work here, cite, stated reason. The company writes the reason on the form itself. Nobody audits it. And this week's companies writing AI on that form had suspiciously healthy vitals, profitable, growing double digits, raising guidance. So here is this video's actual claim. Most of those seats weren't emptied by a machine. They were emptied the old-fashioned way and relabeled. The label is the alibi, and if that claim is wrong, we should find the machines actually doing those jobs. So let's go look. July 23rd. One day later, Google and DeepMind publish a research report with spectacularly bad timing. The AI and Economy Atlas. 14.7 million real Gemini conversations mapped onto the US job market. Understand who published this document. The company that sells the tool. If anyone benefits from AI is everywhere, it's them. And yes, the headline number says Gemini usage shows up in 68% of occupations, covering about 88% of US employment. Then you read the inside pages. In the median occupation with any observed use at all, Gemini touches 21% of the job's tasks, 1 task in 5. 29% of occupations show no measurable Gemini use at all, and when people do use it, in complex knowledge work, fewer than 1 in 10 conversations even attempt to automate a task end-to-end. In routine paperwork, it's higher, about a quarter, but the bulk of usage is people asking questions, drafting, getting unstuck. 86% of it isn't even about work. Hold those two pictures side by side. For the layoff story to be true, AI's share of the stated reasons went from 7% in January to 40% by May. 4 months. Google's own map, published this week by the people with every incentive to exaggerate, shows a tool that assists 1/5 of the tasks in the median job where it's used at all. Capability doesn't multiply like that in 4 months. Stories do. But part of this story is true, and the true part is exactly what makes the lie work. Because this video is not going to sell you the opposite fairy tale. AI is cutting real jobs. Uber's support cut has the exact profile real automation targets. High volume, text-based, scripted work. Ticket comes in, template goes out. That kind of work genuinely automates today, even though Uber's own memo only promises to layer AI on next. And there's harder evidence. Stanford economists Eric Brynjolfsson's team ran payroll data covering millions of workers. Their finding, for workers 22 to 25 years old in the occupations most exposed to AI, employment fell about 13% relative to less exposed peers. Entry level, narrow, real. So yes, if a job is processing standardized text at volume, support tickets, basic transcription, first-pass translation, the substitution risk is not a myth, and pretending otherwise would be lying to you. But look at the shape of what's actually verified. A scalpel. Specific functions, mostly entry-level, mostly text. The layoff coverage claims a chainsaw. 20% of a company gone with AI in the story. Whole layers of management. AI first, everything. A scalpel can't cut down a forest. And that gap between the scalpel we can measure and the chainsaw in the headlines is exactly where the alibi lives. So if the machine didn't fire 170,000 people, what did? Follow the filings and the same 3 suspects keep showing up. None of them photograph well. 1. The hangover. Between 2020 and 2022, money was free and tech hired like it. Mark Andreessen, a man who funds these companies, says tech overhired by 25 to 75% and calls AI, quote, a silver bullet excuse. The correction arrived late and it's still arriving. 2. The bill. The same giants announcing cuts are guiding record capital spending driven by their own telling, predominantly by AI infrastructure. Amazon, about $200 billion planned for this year, up roughly half from last year. Microsoft, $190 billion. Meta raised its range to as much as 145. Add the 4 hyperscalers up, as the press has, and the plans come to around $725 billion this year. Up 77%. That is not a budget line. That is a second company being built inside each of them. And when that bill lands, cost discipline shows up everywhere else. Note the wording though. The layoffs happen amid that spending. Their own memos don't say because of AI. Amazon says bureaucracy. Meta says engineering productivity. Microsoft says transformation. The AI framing gets added later, in CEO quotes and in headlines. 3. The audience, not the workers, the shareholders. In January, Oxford Economics put it in writing. We suspect some firms are trying to dress up layoffs as a good news story rather than bad news, such as past overhiring. Deutsche Bank analysts gave the year its term of art, AI redundancy washing. Revelio Labs chief economist, AI is, quote, a little bit of a front and an excuse. Yale's budget lab checked the labor data for an AI signal. It's, quote, not yet screaming that this is AI. 4 independent teams. Same suspicion in writing. The form says AI. The books say something else. Which leaves one question. Why does a lie this easy to check keep working? Here's the mechanism, and once you see it, you can't unsee it. We overhired and misjudged demand. That's a confession. Confessions get CEOs fired. AI made us radically more efficient. That's a promise. Promises raise stock prices. Same layoff. Same 600 people. One sentence is a mistake. The other is a strategy. Monday.com's single SEC filing has all 3 beats of that trick. Announce the cut. Cite the AI platform, and raise the margin forecast. The market reads, disciplined, futuristic, efficient, and the fired workers? They end up arguing with a robot that never actually took their desk, instead of with the executives who did the math. You can't file a grievance against the future. That's what makes it the perfect alibi. The machine can't testify. The machine can't deny it. And the person holding the mask walks out of the story completely clean, which might be why one company felt safe saying the quiet part. Monday's co-founder insisted the cuts were, quote, not made to reduce costs or replace people with AI. Then what was the AI doing in the announcement? So the next time a headline says AI took someone's job, maybe yours, run the 3-mark test. All 3 come from this week's cases. Mark 1. Does the announcement name the tool or the vibe? Real automation talk is specific. Uber named the function and said, in writing, it's reorganizing to layer AI onto it. Alibis stay foggy. AI first strategy, transformation, step change. Foggy? That's a mark. Mark 2. Is the company still hiring in the same building? Monday's own filing says it expects to keep hiring in key strategic areas all year. Cutting a department because of AI while recruiting around it is not automation. It's reallocation wearing a costume. Still hiring? Second mark. Mark 3. Follow the margin. If the same announcement that cuts jobs also raises profit guidance, the layoff probably wasn't a capability event. It reads like a message to Wall Street, and you were the stationery it was written on. Guidance up, third mark. Score 2 of the 3 marks. And you're not looking at a robot taking a job. You're looking at a mask. 170,000 people lost their jobs this year in announcements with AI written somewhere on the record. Read that record closely, and the machine was mostly standing nearby, holding someone's alibi. AI will change work, slower than the press releases, faster than the deniers. But this year, check the filing before you blame the robot, because most of the time, it wasn't the robot.